Good morning. Welcome back to Waseca County. Just click two more things and we're rocking and rolling. Got my coffee ready. My corn planter is ready. My tractor is not. It needs a front weight in order to support that behemoth behind it. So yeah, let's get the front weight bought for this thing. Let's get some contracts going as well. Okay. On the road again. Yep, just trying to figure out how much I need for front weight currently. 1.5 tons ought to do it just fine. So when we get up to the shop, we'll take a look at the brochures, get our front weight bought, and we'll have the AI drive the tractor back to the farm. I called up the shop and had them get the styer and the rotary hoe connected, and they agreed to that since I was on my way up there. I was wondering where the notification was that I got my hazard lights on. Right below in the middle of the steering wheel there. That instrument cluster. I do also need to take a look at the brochures for a barn or a storage shed to put all my grass bales, hay bales, straw bales. See if we can't get that purchased as well this month, because we do have a tornado in the forecast for May. And next month we got our grass field that we have to mow, tedder, and rake up and bale. And while we're here, we'll get the straw thrower connected. Get the weight bought. Alright, let's take a look at the weights. I mean, they're all pretty good. That's a 1 ton weight. Ooh, we got, no, that's a Star. Ag Co. 10 Winkle 1.3. I think that ought to be enough. We can go with the 1.5, but yeah, I think the 1.3 will work just fine. Yeah, 1.3. Let's go ahead and change it to Massey Ferguson Red. Nah, we'll stay with the Onyx Black. There we go. I like that. Go ahead and buy that sucker. And look, it popped up right where I wanted it to. Yep, Onyx Black works out just fine for this. Alright. Let's go ahead and place a call for a worker to get that to the farmstead. Saving content? What? Set destination. Let's try this again. I just want to make sure we're doing the right one. Yep, set destination. Go on home, boy. Alright. Should be going. Alright, and then we got a rotary hoe contract and a weeding contract. We'll get those taken care of. Which one is closest to us? Okay, they're all south, so we'll just hit the big field there, then we'll come down to the cotton, then we'll go over to the carrots, I believe. Oats. Hey, that's actually nice where you can hover over top of it and see exactly what it is. Alright. I do need to return that trailer sometime. That was just a borrowed trailer, or leased trailer. What in the heck are they doing to my tractor? Oh, for crying out loud. I mean, even the bus had a hard time. Is there anybody behind us? Nope. All because we hit a bump in the road. And the typical, let's turn the headphones off because it's not receiving enough audio or something weird. Holy crap, what are you... Things. Something's weird with that. Alright, let's go ahead and... Alright, so we take the first left at Albuquerque. Then it's the field on the right. Nice thing is we don't have to turn anything on for this. And while that's playing for a hot second, I'm gonna go over and see what else is up on. We got this Ultra Sunday show by Ultra Productions. Let's go ahead and give them a watch as well. Give them a like. Keep their stream up. And we'll just watch along with them. And we'll even bring their stream audio into ours.
No issues. You're good at this pop, bro. Yeah, I know. It is my let's put it that way.
And I just love how YouTube
So you haven't built
changes
anything
it
on
to
that map
live,
yet? Oh, that
top
ought to be
chat
cool,
instead of
man.
live chat.
You're pretty good at that, I think.
It's absolutely
That's just my
horrible.
opinion.
Good morning, Crofter. I am doing well. Got my coffee, I've got my contracts, and next month we'll have the corn planting going.
Yes, I agree. It was a blast. Looked like you were actually having fun instead of freaking worrying about it freaking freezing on you.
And I'm just going to go back and mute that one. We'll just keep them up and going. So we've got 3 weeding / hoeing contracts. We got 27, 26, and 29, all right down the same road. We'll hit all 3 of these, and then we're in the largest field, so the other 2 fields will go pretty quick. Neat seeing that low-lying fog area. Thank goodness for a GPS line. Let's get the hobby party started, that's right. I just thought of something while I'm doing this. I need to do I don't care about the rolling, I want the lime. Yeah, my big field needs lime. So when I get to the other end and turn around, I'm going to get the Massey hooked up to the lime spreader, and I know it's kind of counterintuitive, but we're going to go here. Just turn those back on. Go here. And I want the AI worker to buy the fertilizer stuff. So, wee! Up and over the... It's okay, we're only weeding, so it's not like we were plowing. Alright. Oh, I folded it up. Alright. You couldn't turn the hazard lights off, buddy? Ah, come on. Wasting my battery power here. That roller is rented as well, so we will save that through next month when I roll my field. Yep, now we'll get AI started. And we'll open up the map just to see what they're doing. Watch that for a minute. And they're off doing something. Alright. So when you lock onto the GPS, this joystick, you see the little green indicator there above the orange toggle. That tells you when your GPS is locked on. Interesting. Nice little detail. And oh gosh, still early. We're doing all right on the field. Still early. I could probably sleep a week and still be tired. Hit the wrong button. Take busted. I always hit the wrong button. So what are you up to today, Crofter? How much is this Steyr tractor out of curiosity? $239. It's not bad. But this map is going the case route. And the first combine that shows up in the market place, I bet you is going to be a John Deere. Speaking of market, what do they got? Oh, we got that tiny Fendt. And we're going to lease the equipment when it gets to our corn silage harvesting time. Take a look, I see my money going down slowly. It's like, ugh. Then it's like, oh yeah, he is spreading lime. Or she. One of the J's. Farmable. Good morning / afternoon to you too as well. Okay, yeah, it's a 9 meter. Not a direct drill, but we did plow and then stone pick, so our field is looking good for that. I do eventually want to get something bigger than that, so we'll have to keep an eye out in the market. It's just a bummer that the options they have, okay, this one's 8. That one does direct drill as well. We'll go back to them after the turn. The horse is a 6 meter, this coon is a 4. I mean, that one wouldn't be bad, but we'll have to see what comes up. These boar galts wouldn't be bad either, but I mean, 30.5 meters, 23.2. I think this one would be just fine at 8. The Vernland wouldn't be bad either. Definitely, I mean, Seed Hawk, if we get down to it, and yeah, the Vaderstad. A double Massey setup wouldn't be bad either. You know. You get a double Massey setup using a where's it at? Yep, this guy right here. We buy this with the double Massey. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. I just hope we can just... I wish when, if you buy this, then it raises and lowers them both at the same time. We'll give that a shot on this map, you know? I think the ones that we had growing up was we ran either twin or triple international harvesters. I forget, and it was a wide sucker. And it had a I can't exactly remember how the attachment was for it. Yeah, I just can't remember if it was a twin or a triple. But yeah, we were running this type of system. Something similar to these. I mean, wasn't exactly that one. I mean, it looked more like this here, but not with the front prepping discs on it. It was this Great Plains style. I do like getting on new maps and trying different things for tractors and planters and all that stuff. That's why I want to go with all case on this map. or international in Case IH. That's why on the mod list I don't have any. I mean, save, whatever. If we go up to the John Deeres, you know, I just have the base game John Deeres. And then, you know, I put the big buds on here. Then I've got all the case. I need to take those mods off. But, you know, I've got the majority of the cases. Anything I could find on the mod hub that was case. I need to, like I said, I need to get rid of the John Deeres. I don't know why I put those on there. Last pass, and then we'll just we'll hop the road. We'll come on down to the next field since we're on this side. And since there's no traffic, I won't even fold up the rotary hoe. We'll start on this end, work our way over here, get on this road, come on over and do this field. So we got the plan. And apparently, you know, that cost me $7,000. Let's just take a look to see what they're doing. Oh, he's still going. Got a little bit of a tickle in my throat. And this is why you probably shouldn't have AI buy your fertilizer and seed and all that. Because 2,000 liters cost $450. And I think that trailer would have been filled up twice on this field. Don't get me wrong, at least, or 3 times. So let's just do some math here. 2,000 liters, so that'd be 7 times 450, 3,150. Yeah, it could possibly be correct for the amount of lime being used. Could possibly be correct. And when we can get the precision farming system added to this map, which is Matzi Modding did go through, get all the adjustments made, and has submitted it. It was maybe last Monday or before. But it's to Giants for testing now. So when that happens, I mean, we're kind of doing stuff as we can, continuing on. We're not stopping the playthrough because when the map update comes, we're going to have to make a new save. It's inevitable. However, what we're going to do is build the farm up with the buildings that we would have bought in, like our 4-silo grain system and whatever else we have purchased. So I'll start a new save with like $1 million and go through, buy all the things, put them in locations. I mean, the exact spot isn't going to matter, but we'll try to get it, you know, as close to where we put them. And once I get everything set, the amount of grain into the silos that we have, you know, plus or minus 100 or 2 is not going to matter much. Try to get all of that stuff purchased. Fields planted to what we need. So we'll have to go through and plow as well. And then we'll use the power tool mod to get our money adjusted back down to where we last ended. And we'll use the power tools to also buy us our grains and whatnot, or we'll drop the Omatana seed hut down and purchase the stuff. You know, you can buy wheat and oats and all that through that Omatana hut. Or when the update comes, and if I have time, you know, depending on what we got going on, when it drops. Matsy does have a workaround fix for bringing over your game save onto the new map. Which requires editing of the save file so that you can bring it over. I know he was making a video of doing that. I need to go to his page and take a look to see if it's actually there yet. I did look this morning. There was no updates in the game. I've been trying to keep tabs on the mod hub for seeing if it drops, and it has not dropped yet. In fact, let's just go ahead and pull it up on the phone and see if it has dropped. Nope, same ones as yesterday. Now, when we get over to this section here, you know, another pass or two, lap back and forth, I'm going to get out and I want to take a look at the edge of the map, because I have not done that yet, and that little stream, creek, whatever you want to call it, going to the edge there, I want to take a look at it. We're going to do some on-foot exploring. AI worker still isn't done wasting my money. He's upset that he's not doing contracts, so wasting my money. Where are they at? Should be on the final lap around. Just wasting my money because I insisted on that AI worker buying the lime. But I didn't want to have to go all the way into town to buy, who knows how many bags of lime for that fertilizer or for that spreader. It's always one of the things I hated was the amount of lime used, and it's like, good grief. I could run that exact same fertilizer spreader with fertilizer, and that field would have taken 2,500 liters. Well, it probably went through 20,000 liters of lime. Stupid. I mean, before we go anywhere, let's go ahead and just save the game, because I don't know what's going to happen here. Oh darn, can't go any further. Bummer. I know it shouldn't be a waterfall going through there. I just wanted to see. Finally, they've completed the task and stopped wasting my money. That only took $12,000. And we haven't even hit the top of the hour where I actually pay him. But at least the field is limed, ready for could use a couple spots there, one there. We'll get them taken care of. They can walk off the field for all I care. All right. Alright, getting closer. Getting much closer to being done. And I don't care about the liming now since my field's done. I mean, I still gotta go over there and catch a couple of little spots. But we don't need that up on the map as we look at it. And then our next field is over there somewhere. If we pass this one, yep. So straight across. I'll just leave my thumb on the old GPS button. Oh yeah, that's right, this field is white. Cotton. That's what's planted here. Zigzagging away. Contract done. Nice. Let's go ahead and raise her up. Hop the field. And we're going to need to fold this up. Okay, now that that's taken care of. Hey, we're on a road that we haven't been on before. That's nice. Let's open up the map. So as we turn the corner, it's that field there. Well, since we're here, let's get stuck. What way? Okay, the directions are going that way. Okay. So, I guess we'll just start right here. And away we go. Third and final field for weeding. We're not doing stone picking. Nope. No way, no how. Fertilizing, don't want to do that either. Okay, so we will collect on this weeding contract. And we are down at the oh, also one of the things Matsy added in, and I forgot this until I took a look over there. You know how most maps have a BGA for turning your slurry and your manure and stuff into energy. Well, if I remember correctly, he built an ethanol plant on the map, which for us United States people is kind of the same thing as the BGA, but instead of making energy, it makes diesel fuel. That's our big thing. So yeah, it's somewhere down here if I remember right. That big silo looking thing there, that's a pig food manufacturing place. If I remember correctly, let's go ahead and go up to the map. Yep, the pig feed mill, and then there's the, okay, there's two of them there. So yeah, somewhere along here, if I remember correctly, he built the ethanol plant. It is a purchasable item. It's very, like I said, very similar to the BGA. Excuse me. But it takes the, you can take grains and stuff to it, and they will make the diesel. I'm not sure if cattle slurry or manure does the same thing. I have to look into that. Good morning, Mopar. Welcome back in. Long time no see. Yeah, about 8.5 hours. Are any of you guys streaming today? If you are, I'll go into your stream and pull it up and give it a like and stuff. $1,100 for that guy to put lime down on my field. That's just his wages. Good grief. He didn't even use equipment of his own. Paying an AI worker $1,000 an hour for doing a job. Good grief. Highway robbery is what that is. Racketeering scheme. Must be paying the mafia or something. Who knows? Maybe they're union workers. I'm joking. But not really. Because it's funny. More minutes and we'll be done with this field. Then we'll be back home. Yeah, I'm getting hungry. When we get back to the house, we'll have to eat something. In game, of course, not in real life. Yep, we hit it. I was wondering if we would. Need a haircut. I forgot what direction I needed to turn. Oops. Oh well. It's like, is it left or right? I forget. I'm just looking at Ultra Productions chat, and they're talking about having a your cell phone use an app that controls something similar to a Stream Deck. One of the things I noticed the other day, looking at videos for trying to get my Streamlabs set up properly, and they were talking about an app to control all of the functions on Streamlab while you're streaming that is controlled through your phone. So I need to get that set up and get Streamlabs set up this coming week, get some different overlays built in. So I'll be working on that in my off time this coming week before streaming Tuesday or Wednesday night. I gotta work in the YouTube channel and get all the videos reorganized, put all my live streams into their respective folders. You know, do some streaming housework, so to speak, amongst actually taking care of the house I'm living in, you know, the daily chores that we need to be doing. %, left. Almost done. And the ethanol plant that he's putting on the map is a third-party mod that somebody came out with, and they've been testing it on their group, other maps of theirs. You know, they play on Alma, Missouri, and other places. So they've been doing mod testing as well. Good morning. Yep, give me a second as I run into a light pole. Give me just a second, guys. Alrighty. I gotta turn left. Looks like 2 more passes and we'll be done with the field. 1 down, 1 back. go ahead and get that folded up. And not that we have to, but we'll just switch over to the what we got to do with this guy. I need to get some gas in it. And that should be it for the lime in that section. Then we gotta go to the southeast corner. I hope my grass grows back in the areas that I mowed last October. Drifting along like a tumbling tumbleweed. Okay. And one tiny little spot. Right there. And looking good in the neighborhood. Jesus, Matsy, slow down. Good grief. See, this would be a beautiful spot to put a little crawfish production. Just pop your little John boat right there. If you want to do those productions, we're not going to, but just, it's a little waterway, Put your crawfish there. Yep. There you go. Alright, and this can get put away for the year. Unless I want to... Well, I've got the other fertilizer spreader that does the 60 meter versus 18. Actually, this is 24 with... Where's Parker back here? Alright, now let's get hooked up to this guy. And give it a test to see if the weight we bought was good enough. let's go ahead and fold her up. Oh yeah, I can turn. Woohoo. Cool. Alright. Let's go ahead and speed some time up. You know, just how to... And we're gonna look around. Like I said, I need a shed that's better than that for storing my hay bales. And I'm just trying to figure out where I want to put it. I think right here would be a good spot for that, so... Not enough money, 176,000. Oh yeah, we got 3 contracts to collect on. Let's do that real quick. And, you know, where it could have done that, I ain't gonna worry about it. Nope, neither here nor there. We get 64,000. That right there is for the cattle, so we can't use that spot. Yeah. It's hailing. It's hailing. And then all of a sudden, all the contracts come rolling in. Yep, let's just go ahead and go to sleep till the morning, check out the damage. Because I'm pretty darn sure we've got hail damage. Titan rice header. Yep, my grass field got a little whacked out. That one's alright. Doesn't look like there's any damage there. Okay, so just a little bit of damage, not too bad. And more rain. Let's go ahead and get the grab the John Deere. We'll get the mower hooked up to it. Oops. Oh no, hit the wall. As I say, I pulled this thing out of here without hitting the mower. Should be able to put it back in without hitting the mower. Just like that. Yeah, a little bit of damage, not too bad. Let's go ahead and pick that up. And then I want to do that. Good morning, Kobe Weber. Glad to have you in the stream again. You're really struggling there, John Deere. You disappoint me more and more each time I use you. I know you're like everybody's favorite starting tractor, but it's like, good grief. You can't even pull yourself up a hill. Come on. We'll get that spot right there. And done. And then we're going to go ahead and start the planting. We'll get an AI worker out here to tether that. Or I'll just tether it real quick. Take 5 minutes. Gotta find a better parking spot for that semi. Okay, we're going to look at something here real quick. Okay, we have a Crone 80 horsepower requirement. Okay, we're going to use that guy because that actually came with the farm. We ended up buying this guy for the windrowing. Totally forgetting the we had the Crone swather or windrower. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this parked over by the other Samaz item. We'll see how that Crone works. Wrong building. This one. See, it's right there, parked by the baler. Okay. Let's watch this thing unfold, shall we? And I think I may have to move my planter setup. So it's going to take everything and swath it to the right, it looks like. Let's go ahead and move this out of the way. Oh, I should have got rid of that. Gosh dang it. That's 2 items that needed to return. Yes. Okay. Let's hit the leasing costs. We need that one. We can return this one. Forgot to do that. That one we need for after our corn planting session. Okay, let's turn this on. And the guy ended his stream, and what's the next video that pops up? Me. I think it's pretty neat. Okay. Come on. There we go. missing some. Can't miss any. Can't afford to. Let's go ahead and make a super swath here. Let's just put everything together. One gigantic swath. Make it easier for the baler. Sure, that's what we're going with. Make it easier for the baler. It only has to make one pass. One pass baling. That's our new motto. We'll see how well the coon baler works on this as well. You never know, it may get plugged up and break on us. There we go, one gigantic windrow. Yeah, that's a bit tall. I know this end has more. Let's take a look at this end. I just got to see this monstrosity over here. This is, you know, yeah, that's a bit much. That's a bit much. That's hilarious. I like it. So now that that's done, let's get on to the planting at hand. Let's go ahead and park this guy right here for now. Yeah, that's a bit much. Okay. Turn that on. And make sure we're on the back. And one head row. And away we go. And back in here. Had to pull up my good boy Cajun. I'm going to go say hi to him here in just a second. And I will be doing one headland pass around the entire field. I just didn't need to watch myself on two computers. Let's go say hi to Cajun real quick.
You know what we could possibly do? Get something from Charlie. Well, what I'm saying is go get something from Charlie's today. I think the plate won't take me. I like their fish and their fruit. That's cheap. No. That fills me up. What's up, Shane? Yeah, I'm good. I like the shrimp and fish. I like Charlie's. Just get something to eat today like that, and then tomorrow you can cook.
But if I get something from Charlie, I'm gonna get that fried broccoli and that shit stink. No, the whole house stink.
But you like it?
I like it, but I don't smell the shit.
It stank.
They could hear you talking.
Oh, it's like,
It's all right. Stay laughing. No, but is that a good idea though? Just to get something at Charlie? Do you know how much?
Alright, back to our corn. Oh good, we are on corn. Like I said, I thought I set that up. Just wanted to make sure, because I tend to forget. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh crap, I'm planting the wrong stuff. I've done that before. I have literally done that before. What the heck happened there? Okay. Yeah, let's break the new planter going through the ditch. I should have slowed down. Okay, not new, but new to us, you know. Alright, what do we got for contracts today? Let's take a look at that. Okay, we got some big fertilizing, some more Hoens. Yeah, we're going to, when I get down to the end, we're going to go ahead and get this party started for a $40,000 contract here. We will go ahead and, you know what, we've been doing the Steyr for so long. Let's change it to the John Deere. Nothing against the Steyr, but let's do a change of pace. Got a little fog down by the lake this morning. And we're going to go ahead and we'll take that $40,000 weeding contract as well. Okay. Just go ahead and raise that up. Yep. Because it's the exact same equipment, but just a different tractor. So let's change it up. We'll borrow those items. We will still take that one as well. And then we'll take that one. And we'll take that one. Okay. Start this bad boy up, and we're going to do the big contract first while we're doing our cornfield. And where do we got to go for that one? Come on. Okay, just south of the farm. So, you know, I did this yesterday. We'll do it again today. Instead of driving the road, alright, car go by, and a line of cars go by real slow. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Radio playing that forgotten song. Come on, John Deere. Get up some speed. Clip it. Yeah, we got to do this one as well sometime, but not right at the moment. I do want to, because I may have hosed myself here. Let's go ahead and unfold that. I just want to see something, because that should be first stage growing. Just to make sure. Yep, yes sir. Okay. And then not my field, not my problem. Then we got to cross the road. Because that was a weeding contract. I just wanted to make sure it worked on weeding. So, okay, there goes Matsy Jr. And make sure this starts going up. Just gonna do a there we go. Send AI on the way. AI is blocked by an object. Not anymore. There you go. Okay. Because I always want to make sure that the rotary hoe works on the weeding contracts. And I should have did that before. But it works on both of them, so good to go. Get some extra money into the account so that we can buy a little shed for our hay bales. We need to do that before the tornado hits in May, which means we need to get it built this month. And I probably should have. Oh, yeah, I was gonna. Oh, well, I mean. I needed to repair this thing. Forgot about that. Because those 4 contracts, that's $40, $50, $60,000. Yes, sirree, Bob. We need that $60,000. And we, like I said, we will be doing a headland on each end. So I'm not too worried about the little stragglers. But we won't do them until the very end. Excuse me. Looks like Dirty Nelson is playing as well, so I'm going to get him pulled up on one of my computers. You know, streamers supporting streamers. Yeah, I guess that's one way of doing it. And we'll pull up Cajun on this one. Fafo there. Make sure he's live. Okay. Now we'll go over here. Maybe Dirty Nielsen's done streaming. Let's take a look. Or did he just do a video? No, he's... Sure, we'll do it from the phone. That'll be alright. Okay. Just surprised he's not showing up in my list here. There he is. I got Cajun pulled up over there. I got myself on the big computer. Make sure I hit the live every now and then. Yeah, we'll just do it that way. Alrighty. Alright, let's attach this guy. Let's have to do this all over again. There we go. Alrighty. Alright. We got the Dirty Nielsen up. We got Fafo logging up. We've got the Cajun Savage. We've got myself just kind of hidden on a stream. Streamers supporting streamers. Oh, and he's got the Dirty Nielsen's got that go wheel. You bring over a load of hay, straw, whatever, and it'll does an auto bale, and you can put it right into a barn. To me, it almost seems like it's kind of pointless, but I don't know. Just that setup is weird. Not what he's doing is weird. You're still having to transport whatever it is you want to bale to a location. So why not just bale it and transport the bales? I don't know. I don't know. To each their own, I guess. Get on the correct line. Alright, let's go ahead and head on back and a bit foggy this morning. This tractor could probably use a bath as well. Considering I've got 10 hours on this beast, and it was brand new, just like the John Deere. The equipment was brand new, so that's good. It's just the John Deere and its power shifting, you know, lurching while shifting, and you're trying to back up, and it just messes you up. I don't know. I just looking to see if I can find the John Deere out. There he is. There he is. You know, at the top of my antenna peak there. Well, looks like Dirty Nielsen's done streaming. Because all of a sudden I got another one of my following channels, Matt's Off-Road Recovery. That just popped up. Okay, let's not ditch run this. I can't get through that tree anyway to try to turn around. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, I also hope that I don't run out of fertilizer. I mean, I can always go over, you know, zip over to the farm. I got one more bag of fertilizer over there. Which means I'll need to buy more and transport it over. I also need to fertilize my grass field after we bale it, so... turn around, I'm going to be stopping for a minute. We'll get set up on the weeding that's going on, because it's time for a bathroom break. Okay, let's go ahead and watch that for a minute. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, I am back. Let's get back to the planting at hand. Let's just take a look at the map. We're over, I would say, a third done. And we're gonna need more fertilizer. Which is alright. That's absolutely alright. And of course they would. That's the second time today that they've done that. Headphones decide to just randomly turn off. The one thing I wish would happen is when you stop, your seeds automatically stop, but your fertilizer doesn't. I know the seeds are controlled off the wheels on these things, but why isn't it when forward momentum stops that your fertilizer doesn't stop as well? I don't know. Just one of those weird things. It's neat seeing the reflection of the trees in the water, but those trees are too far away to really reflect. Just saying. It is a neat little thing, though. You know, can't complain about that. Nice little detail. Okay, now I gotta pull up somebody else for watching things. Yeah, like I said, I got FAFO on one computer. Hey, myself keeps popping up to the front top 3. I like that. Oh, we got... No, we don't want to watch that one. I got Cajun already up. Just trying to see if anybody else is live for I guess Mega Farmer. But it's weird that it shows them as live, but they're not live. I don't know what the deal is. Alright, back to the game. We're almost at the point of turning. Okay, Dirty Nielsen's back. He must have had to end the stream for something. Alright, so we got him back up. He definitely likes coming into my streams and saying hi and like and all that good stuff, and I want to support them just as much. Yeah, this Massey pulls the this planter pretty well, I think. I just want to look at the speed rating on it. Just that guy, 9 miles an hour. We're doing 8 up a hill, to be expected. You know, can't complain with that. There's the 9. Yeah, we're doing all right with this guy. We're doing more than all right. But when I do, I am going to have to go get fertilizer here before I am done. We'll go until we're almost out, and then while we're over at the farm, we will get some fuel in this thing as well. And we got to look at buying a toolbox. I need some tools. We got the field service kit. Let's go ahead and buy that. And I do have to bring my truck over from the shop, so I'll load that up into the pickup and bring it over. Also, another thing that I got to thinking of was our forage harvester. We need to look at one that can do silage additive. So we need to look at this class. Even the crone doesn't have silage additive, so the lizard does. I don't know why I put the lizard on here. I don't want to run it exactly. But even then, this one doesn't do silage additive either. So it looks like we're going to have to go with the class if we want silage additive added into our corn silage. Which is kind of strange because why... Okay, 37 liters of silage additive. Okay, that one's got a 20 liter tank. Okay, it's okay. Alright, it's showing in there that they all take silage additive, but the one guy I was watching, when he was doing silage, the forage harvester wasn't accepting it. I just don't think they were in the right spot for trying to reload it, so that's my own personal opinion. There goes Matsy checking up on me again. Flies by like a bat out of hell. So yeah, we should be able to get away with using the Fent. That one doesn't do silage additive, so there's no option for it. And I don't want to have to run a tractor with, this on the front. It's just one of those weird situations. We'll just lease a Kemper head for that. We don't have to go super wide. I mean, that's a 4.5. That one's 6. That one's 7.5. And then 9. And that means we're going to have to save up the money to buy to buy a pit. We got to figure out where to put the pit up there. We're going to need to lease a... Maybe this tractor will do it. I don't know. We'll have to see if this tractor will do the silage compacting. We'll probably need duals on it. But we should really get a large tractor, and if I'm going to do that, I think it was this one I was looking at for compacting, but it's not going to work for some of the stuff I want to use it for. We're going to need twins. We're going to need the front 3-point attachment for a pusher plow. Yeah, we're going to be looking all over for figuring out what to do for silage, and we got plenty of months to do that. And I got plenty of time off stream that I can research in my get all the different brochures, because I think we got to go to the forge system. You know, we'll need one of these, a push blade. May need one of these, and you know, but it says it'll compact faster. I don't know about that. I've heard very poor reviews on those. All right, let's go back to the farm, and we'll get. We'll do this. Do we need to do the headline? Yeah, let's go ahead and do the headline. We'll leave it to the end. Turn that off. Because I need some fertilizer. God, I hope that's enough fertilizer. 'Cause that's lime. If anything, I'll empty that out. But I do need to run that over this field here and this field here. And it won't take much to do those two fields. This will have to wait until next month. Which means I got to do a test to see if I need the narrow tires. I may have to buy some narrow tires for this thing. Okay, let's turn that on, drop her down, GPS, all the stuff. And then let's go here because I need to look at the roller. Requires 120 horsepower, so we'll hook this up to the Massey. the fertilizer spreader, where's that at? There it is. We'll put the front weight onto the John Deere because I think that's got a 3-point attachment on the John Deere. And we'll use the John Deere to go fertilize the grass field and the oats as we roll this one. We're at 78% done with field 14 on the weeding. Well, we got lots of things to prepare for before the oat harvest. No, didn't want that line. Excuse me. That bird came out of nowhere. Looking at some stuff out Streamlabs real quick, making sure everything was still solid, which it is. Other people are complaining about being the game dropping on them. At least the big field's almost done, then we can jump over and do a different one. Yep, definitely doing the headland afterwards. So it looks like 2 more passes. 1, 2, 3 more passes. Yeah, we gotta make sure we hit that section there. There's a few spots over here. That field is on the headlands now. And then I think what we'll do is we'll come over and zip out 21. Oops. Good thing there's a rock there. Go over to 21, zip that out. Wrong button. Yeah, we'll get 21 down the road, and then we'll come over here and take out 4, then we'll do kind of a back cross country, then hit 15. And we'll set AI up to do the rolling as we finish off the weeding. Ew. We're almost out. I think this headland is going to be pretty good. I don't think we have to touch any of that. We'll just drive by with the planter up just to make sure. If this headland's good. Oh, for crying out loud. I'm sorry, guys. I hadn't had the mic muted. Welcome in, Psycho Kid. I forgot I took a phone call and forgot to unmute after that. So sorry about that. Yeah, welcome in, Psycho Kid. Glad to have you here as always. Yeah, we're just about done with this field, and they're still rolling. AI is still rolling. So what we're going to do is we're going to attempt something that, I'm sure everybody's attempted once or twice. In fact, I did it in last night's stream, so I do know it works, but if you ever get in a position where you need a large tractor or a larger tractor to do a job and you don't have one on your farm, we're going to play the borrowed item roulette party. We're going to take the tractor that we're using currently for this contract and drop off the rotary hoe at the farm, grab our baler, and we'll bale up our hay. I did that in yesterday's stream with that subsoiler using a tractor from a cultivating contract, so I do know it does work. I don't exactly have the money currently to buy another tractor. I mean, we are working on that. I mean, I do have, excuse me, these 4 contracts going. The big one, that one's going to be juicy when I collect on that. But our farm's right there, and the tractor we're using is right here. So why not drive it over and hook up to our baler? And I do not foresee any more of those contracts coming up. Because last month we did 3 or 4, this month we did 3 or 4, and I mean there's only like 26 fields on the map altogether. So yeah, we get 2 there, but that's tree and stuff. Then we get 2 more. So yeah, there's like 28 fields altogether. Contract is done. Go ahead and fold that up. And I guess since we're at a road, we'll take the road. Because there is a fence line, a bloody fence line in the way. Fence line, bloody fence line. That didn't roll off the tongue as well as I thought. Because I want to see, and I want everybody else to see, how many bales we get off of this little patch of grass. And I tried not to mow more than, because the rest of the grass frankly wasn't grown yet. Okay, let's just go ahead and drop that off right there. Yep, that works. And there are a couple of patches of grass that should be able to bail up. Like that, we drove over. And we do not have any grass in here yet. So, or hay. Let's go ahead and turn that on. Oh, I need to unfold the baler first. Okay. Baler's unfolded. We can turn that on. We can drop that down. And we'll pick up this little bit right here. Yep, and that is hay. And there's a little bit over here somewhere. Yep, right there. We'll pick that up as well. Bloop. Alright. I mean, that was only 41 liters of hay that we picked up from those two little blips. I just want to see how much hay this is actually going to be. One bale. It's 2 bales. And that's 3. And a 3rd. Shoom. Did I get picked up? No, it did not. There we go. That ought to help us. Alright, so let's go ahead. Okay, so to unload baler, do that. And then they did fix it finally to unload unfinished bale. I mean, I could have kept that in there, but. Alright, so let's go ahead and park the baler back in the barn. We got a bunch of hay. We got 5 more added on, so we got 30 bales of hay altogether. And of course, there's 2 partial bales, but let's see if I can do this from inside the cab. Especially when I got a cultivator back there that I cannot see. Go. Cool. All right. Looks like they're finishing up, and I think they got some headlands to do as well. Ah, John Deere's nice. Sure, yeah, we'll park it right there. against the rotary hoe that has fallen over. That's gonna be a good. We're gonna do that. It's gonna be a good screenshot. Off, 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 off. Boom. Screenshot. So yeah, let's collect on the contracts here. Stone, wood, fertilizing, dead wood. Collect on that bad boy. That bad boy. And that bad boy. So yes. Back up to $115,000. 4 bales to pick up, and we'll pick those up on probably off the maybe next stream when I have my storage facility built. We got to get that worked on. Let's go ahead and, we're still looking at stuff. Vehicles and tools. I just don't like some of these. We really need to look at the silos, bale and pallet storage. I think this one might be a good fit. It's only 35,000. It'll go kind of where we want it, I think, about right in here. I do need to I may have to chop down these 3 trees. I don't know. Because I need to get a location for this built in. I think down here would be a good spot for it. So yeah, then we can put that like right here. Don't want to block that, or we put it over here. Like right in this area right here. Yeah, I think we put that right there. I like that spot. Although the bunker silo would look good right there as well. We're not going to worry about it right now. I'm going to look at some things off stream. I've got to move items around. And I forget, what do we got in this guy? See, this is kind of a wasted space, which is unfortunate. Including that old silo. I know we inherited this from a crusty old farmer that's no longer around. So I forget. We can tear out these little things here. Let's go ahead and open up this side. There's nothing here. I mean, putting stuff in here that won't fit. That won't fit. So really, we don't have anything outside of this baler that will fit. So we're gonna have to do some reorganizing. And let's look at my text messages. My actual text messages. Alright, so yeah. We gotta get that put away. We got a few things to tuck in places. But yeah. The rolling's almost done. We're almost done for the month of April. Just gotta get a few things built. And we'll work on that, you know, deciding what to do off stream, kind of get an idea of where I want to put things. And the next time we see ya, we'll get those built. Maybe we'll have to do actual new save building. You never know. But we won't know until next week. Possibly Saturday night. But anyway, I do want to thank every single one of you for coming into the stream. The likes help, the watch time, the subscriptions. Join the Discord if you have not yet. Please do. I would love to see you in there. And the Discord is built for Hobby Corner, for all things hobby-related games, tabletop stuff, mini painting, crafting. It's hobbies. So yeah, thank you. Thank you all again. And until the next time we play on Waseca, we'll catch you later. Thanks, guys. Good night. Or, not good night. Good day. Have a good day.